Welcome to my kitchen. Armageddon Cooking. All right, welcome to my kitchen. You found me. What are the odds of that? So listen, you talk about coincidence. Of all the places in the universe, this is the only place that has potatoes. So let's take advantage and make some potato pancakes. Okay, so the amount of potatoes depends on how hungry you are. Today I'm using 3 like this. That's about 1.5 pounds. So what you're going to start with is basically a bowl of water and a grater such as this and 3 potatoes. Let's start. A little peel first, getting all the extra skin off, and one more. Once you get close with your knuckles, careful, you don't want any skin or bone in there, just some potato, okay? And I'm going to do one more. Check this out. Now, we're going to put that aside, and we're going to use, in this case, this is a Jumbotron, so I don't want it all. I'll probably use 2/3 of it. Put half aside, cutting the ends off. Take off the outer layer of skin. Okay, onto the kitchen floor or the sink or garbage can. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Look at that. Now, little tip, if you don't want tears in your eyes, put a little piece of bread hanging out. You'll look foolish, but those vapors from the onion will not reach your eyes.
Are you crying?
No, it's the onions, damn it.
All right, here we go. And back over the bowl, into the bowl, onion, meat, potato. Into the potato spa. And this is where they're gonna sit for 20 to 30 minutes. All right, so now we're gonna let this sit for half an hour. The water's gonna draw a lot of the starch out, and then we're gonna squeeze these bone dry. So don't go away. Okay, so 20 to 30 minutes later, this is soaked nicely. So what we're gonna do is you want a bowl, you want a nice strainer, and we're just gonna take out just a fistful. You don't want to take too much at a time. And then you just start squeezing that out, right? See that? See the water coming out? You want to get the secret to potato pancakes like this is getting rid of as much moisture, as much water and liquid as possible. Okay? So getting that out. Squeeze, you're not going to bruise them. So if you do this, you will not hear screaming. Okay, potatoes don't scream. Look at that. That's a lot of water you want to get out of there. A lot of starch we've gotten rid of. It feels so good. We'll batch like this. Okay, and I think we got all our potato bits. Yep, so we're going to get rid of this. Beautiful arc. All right, onto the floor. So, look at this water. Look at that. Look at the amount of water coming out of there. That is a lot of potato water. And we're going to continue to squeeze. Don't take too much. Squeeze. Look at that. Get it out of there, like that. Squeezing it out. Squeezing hard. Dry, dry, dry. Get them dry. That will be the secret to these binding together and not coming apart. Okay, one more fistful, and we're good. Okay, so once your potatoes are squeezed dried, you want to add a couple of eggs into the mix. A few tablespoons of flour into the mix. Again, this is going to bind it together. Okay, we're going to add in some pepper. Don't inhale deeply. Okay, and some salt. And then we're going to mix that through. And in a second, we're going to be firing up the stove. Look at that, beautiful. And you may need to add some flour. I'm going to add a little more flour into the mix. And let's mix that through.
Tip time, tip time, tip time.
So the flame is fired up. You want to get your pan on top. You want to get it nice and hot. And let's give that a little wet test. Perfect. Okay, we're going to turn down our heat just a bit. You want to start with medium high. So that's all you want. Just fill your palm, a nice little ball. okay? And we're gonna place it in there. We're gonna do 3 or 4, and then we're gonna press it flat with our spatula. Okay, you wanna work fairly quick so there's consistency in cooking time there. And you know what? The first batch, for some reason, is almost a test batch. So we're gonna do 3 instead of 4, okay? So we're gonna get that in there, and then we're gonna press these down. Nice and flat. See, in my opinion, that's already, I was using it even there, there's a little too much. You want these tiny. Now the other thing is, if you're looking for perfection and roundness, forget it. This ain't gonna happen. Okay, so now we're gonna let these sit for about 4 or 5 minutes, medium high. We're gonna flip them and you're gonna turn it down to medium because these are potatoes and you want them to cook through inside as well. Okay, so we're gonna take a look. Oh, look at that, right? I mean, I get so excited over that color. It looks delicious. All right, so again, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. We're gonna flip these over. Usually the second batch is the best. Okay, now we're gonna let these go again another 4 or 5 minutes, and we're gonna turn our heat down to medium and then just let them alone. So we're going to take these out. As you can see, both sides are looking nice and brown. That's what you're after. And now that the pan is superheated and the oil is superheated, that's what's going to make the next batch even better and faster. Okay, so let's get these out of the pan. Drain the oil as much as you can. Okay, then onto the paper towel, and then back onto the fun flame, and then back for some finger diving. Again, see, I'm going to use a little bit less. It feels like almost nothing, but this way we'll be able to get 4 in there. Just a little ball. This is the size of an 8 ball if you play pool. 1 there. All right, taking your spatula, we're going to press these down nice and flat. I would have to say this is the perfect consistency. This is really what you're after. So all in all, I put in probably about 6 tablespoons of flour instead of, 4. This is the consistency you want. You want it to stick together. Now, you will know that you haven't used maybe enough flour if they start crumbling and falling apart in the pan. In this case, they're welded together, so that's just fantastic. This is going wonderfully. Look at that. That is just a bubbling, sizzling pan of joy. Okay, so that's going beautifully. We're just going to let those alone in their little oil spa. All right, so these are done. Our first batch is completely finished. We finished our recipe. Now we're just going to dump these onto the plate. I mean, these look fantastic. The color, this is the color that you're after, right? A nice, crispy, dark, succulent, exotic brown on both sides. We're going to turn our flame off. Here we go. Check this out. So we're going to add a few of these to a plate. This one's for you. Okay, like that. Then you take a little bit of, we're going to start with a little bit of sour cream.
Sour cream?
And then some applesauce. I love mine with applesauce. You can do it with or without. You can use just sour cream and chop a bit of dill on top. In this case, the applesauce and sour cream adds a bit of sweetness. So there we go. Isn't that fantastic? This one's for you. All right, join me next time for another episode of Armageddon Cooking, where I'm getting cooking. I'll see you then.